Skadoosh. Joy Moss, Bad Boy Gaming. Wow. Magic the Gathering cards are just going up in price. Really quick, before we dive deeply into this, let's take a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the latest set, and the collector box pricing. Right now, $998.84. Haven't we gone through this already? Have we not gone through this? Just recently with Spider-Boy. Look at this, $998. Like, this is sellers trying to make a quick flip and get in on people's emotions, on the FOMO that lies in most of our hearts. Don't fall for it. It's so easy. Started out around $1,300, and the price has dippity-dived. Doesn't reflect too much right here. Moving along, and we're going to go over a bunch of collector box prices as well, just to see, like, does this really hold a grain of salt? Is it? I don't know. In the salt shaker? Here we go. These are cards that have recently gone up. This is on MTG stocks. I just became a premium member. I know. I haven't really noticed any of the benefits, but I'll have to explore a little further. Let's dive. Oh, yeah. Speculation. Any cards that you think may go up in price. It never hurts to mention it because, if anything, other people might consider purchasing it. And the card's going to go up in price just because of that. So there you go. Let me know in the comments. Quantum Riddler. I love these. It's so nice to see the #1 card on stocks be a promo. I know. I love my promo packs, and I'm like, I think these are underrated. I've been saying it forever. But here, really quick. So second is Colossus of Sardia, Sylvan Safekeeper. Okay. Quantum Riddler, yet again, that's the regular version. Up 11.2%, but that promo, 62.1. I don't know, sounds a little iffy. Gamble. It's about time. Wasn't Gamble like around like $7-8 for like the longest time? Maybe $9-10, something like that. Appa, Steadfast Guardian. The Bison allies are really coming alive. I'll stop smacking my lips just for you. Yolan, Shield Maiden. What's that from? Commander Scrolls? Okay. Mother of Ruins. This has to be a secret layer for sure. 8.1. And then Food Chain Pinkie Pie. Not gonna lie, I did buy a sealed box of My Little Pony. $49.99. I'm curious what that price is going for now. Yeah. There she blows in the old sealed condition. $350, someone's asking. This is over the past year. It was at around $310, $315. Price is now at $356. When I sold mine, I want to say it was for probably like $200. And that was like a year and a half ago. Bozo move. Anyway, moving forward. Let's dive in really fast before we get into the nitty gritty. Let's take a look, shall we? At the foil cards that are going up. What is this? Maddening Cacophony with Naturalize. Naturalize 9th edition. These are all foils, by the way. Up 1,200%. Buyout, right? Gotta be buyouts. People go bonkers. Llanowar Elves. I'm not... Oh, 30th anniversary promo? I'm not even familiar with that card. Unbelievable. Last, March of the Ents. Borderless Poster. Another... This has to be a buyout. A serialized card doesn't just jump 482%. And I don't see anything that indicates Last March of the Ents is all of a sudden seeing significant play to cause a price spike. That's cool. Mercadia Masks. Trample. You may sacrifice 3 black creatures instead of paying. If you got 3 black creatures to sacrifice, the 6/6 with Trample, nice perk, is yours for free. It's probably not a bad thing. That's actually pretty cool. 92.8% price hike. Ancient Silverback from 7th edition. Those 7th, 8th, 9th edition foils, man, they are heavily sought after. Sliver Legion. Wow, $172 now. Oh my god. I had 1 or 2 of these. They were in the repacks that I sold, and at the time, I want to say it was maybe like $100. That was like over a year ago. So congrats to whoever got my Sliver Legion. I think I had 2 of them. Awk. Why is this even going on? Can't attack unless a creature with power. Okay, I can't block unless a creature with power. Okay. I mean, he's a deuce drop, you know, and then Taunting Elf. I like this card. All creatures able to block Taunting Elf do so. It's a 1-drop, guys. 0/1. Just imagine. You get in with your big boys, you know. They could be big old dummies. Doesn't really matter. They could be 10/10 with no additional abilities. You swing in with your Taunting Elf, and all your big nerds just get on through. Damage. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. And then here's Darksteel Reactor. Up 51%. The list goes on. You can take a look. Why is this? Some of these spikes are silly, in my opinion. But anyway, moving forward. These are... Take it with a grain of salt, okay? These are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards and the prices. Again, these are all crazy inflated. Some may actually stay this price, but for the most part, they're going to plummet. Okay? And a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collector box should not be $1,000. It's just stupid. Don't, please. I don't know. I wish more people would tune into my videos so I could tell the world, the community, stop being stupid and paying ridiculous amounts for a box before it's proven itself. And if you don't have the know-how to like sum up or analyze a product based on, you know, the power level of the cards in the set, you shouldn't be spending big dollars. Period. End of story. Okay, but here's a quick list with some prices of some of the 30. April, you ain't no $30 girl. Krang. I mean, some of these, no, stop it. And none of this is even like the super duper cool artwork, you know? 60, 30, 30, 60, 30. Are you seeing a trend here? Ain't none of this gonna hold whatsoever. MTG product prices going up across the board. This is draft. Am I saying it wrong? Oh, draft sim. I always said draftism. I'm bozo. Yeah, a little bit of an older article, but a good article nonetheless. In case you haven't noticed, it feels like MTG is getting pricier. It sure is. Take a look right here. In the wake of the general collector craze, MSRP on collector boosters is now $26.99 instead of $24.99. I remember buying random mystery cubes with a random mystery commander deck inside. If you weighed it, I mean, you would know you got a commander deck in there. And some of them are like $100, $200. Now like $300-$400 for some of the cubes that were in there. Why has that gone away? By the way, whole other topic. Let's stay focused, Joey. ADHD. I remember buying them for $19.99. You know, for the mystery cubes, and they can contain all types of craziness. MSRP and collector boosters is now $26.99 instead of $24.99. Commander precons will be at $49.99 instead of $44.99. Think of that. Like 60% less is what I was paying. This is like 6-7 years ago, though. Time flies. In their Collecting Lorwyn Eclipse article, WotC clearly stated that these prices would be standard moving forward. Who knows what will happen with Universes Beyond product. Can I take a quick poll here? Like, in the comments, let me know. Is this whole multiverse thing, Universes Beyond, is it the cup of tea you want to be drinking? Because I've heard a lot of people say they're fed up and they're sick of it. I believe, my personal thoughts and opinions, we should have kept Universes Beyond to just a secret lair, maybe a commander deck product, or a standalone product. I don't think it has any business being in standard whatsoever. Like, you're being forced to play Spider-Man and Final Fantasy cards, you know, I mean, sure, if you like that, that's great, but not all of us really care, you know? I'm not going to completely, indulge or divulge my thoughts and opinions on what my favorite stuff is, what my least favorite stuff is, but I don't want to have to play a Spider-Man card because shit rotates and that's the only way to play standard, you know? And then if I go on Arena, like, the confusion is really setting in. Like, it's silly, man. Who knows what will happen with Universes Beyond products? For real. Oh, yeah. Here's another thing. This is kind of cool. I mean, really, when it comes to Secret Layers, on a side note, it's just Wizards of the Coast or Hasbro taking advantage of the secondary market. That's all Secret Layer is. That's it. So, keep your universes beyond to Secret Layers and stop shoving it down our throats. Hopefully they learn. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. What it all boils down to is the power level of the cards within the set. That depicts the value of the set. And of course, print runs. That's also a big deal. But they don't even announce print runs. You catch it by draft? Ism? Plug. All right. So this is something kind of cool here. Our cards will now be findable only in collector boosters. They're making them scarce. Do you realize what they've done? Okay, so prices should go up. Are we going to see actual artist-signed autographed cards? One can only hope. I doubt it'll happen, but they should do it already. Which perhaps makes sense given their newfound value. Yeah, I remember saying this when Final Fantasy dropped. I'm like, these art cards are actually going to be sought after, and they are. On the next slide, I will show you guys what they're going for really quick. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, Final Fantasy. So if you have the Summon Leviathan art card, gold stamped signature, 1647. I know I pulled like a couple of these. I pulled a couple of them. Knights Blessed, 13. Another 13 over here for Dancers. Chakram's art. Tifa. I want to say Tifka for some reason. And there's a flame. I knew this was going to be a cute little card with some money. Together forever. Genova. 915. Not bad. You get where we're going here. And they go on to say Final Fantasy collector boosters usually go for around $100 a pack, which makes the bonus feel a little less significant. $100 for a pack of cards. I never thought I'd see the day. 8 years ago or whatever, when I started this channel, maybe it's been 9, I don't even know. Packs were like $4. There were no collector packs. The closest thing to a collector pack was Shards of Alara, premium foil booster pack. I kind of like chuckled for a split second because the price is only $58.99. When I was opening these and destroying them with table saws and axes, sealed packs, and then opening them for your viewing pleasure, I think they were like between $20 and $35. But inflation's a thing and all that stuff. But notice how they really haven't gone up a whole lot. They went down in the past year. They just kind of bobbled and weaved. But this was like the very first collector booster pack, just because they're all they're all foil, right? So it was like a premium thing. They tested it out, and this was back in like 2004 or something, 2006, 2010. To be exact. Removing collector sample pack. This is a huge bummer. I honestly thought this was stupid. I thought it was pretty lame. You get this sample pack, and 9 times, not even 9 times out of 10. I'd say 19 times out of 20. Your cards are relatively not worth a damn inside the collector pre-con. It was just kind of silly. I mean, I thought it was a cool idea that they included some extra bonus cards to go with your commander deck, so maybe you can like slot out some cards, but why not just throw in like a play booster or something? That would have made more sense, Wizards, but they're probably like, it's not a sale point. We got to make it unique so people think they're getting something special. I mean, that's really their thought process. Anyway, this is a huge bummer for the added price of $5. Each Lorwyn pre-con will no longer include a collector sample pack. Awesome. Each collector sample pack included 2 cards, 1 foil, common or uncommon, and a guaranteed foil rare or mythic. In Final Fantasy, this meant you had a chance at pulling some insane extra value. This is true. Not many times, though. And I have opened quite a few. Usually when a new set drops, I will open 1 pre-con. I'll open all the pre-cons from that set. And I've opened the sample packs. It's kind of been a while because, it's just kind of, it's a boring opening because you already know what to expect. But with the sample packs gone, it's going to be even more boring. So now you know. Included 2 cards, yada. One Redditor opened a Kozilek, the Broken Reality, with their MH3 precons. Not too shabby. And that card, I believe, just recently went up. Even if the cards found in these packs didn't work in their respective precons, they provided players with prime trade material. That as well, you know? Or even the option to start building another new deck, sure. While it's cool and all, yada, tokens and play boosters, losing out on value is uncool. Collector sample packs provided a fun way to further expand your collection, and it seems we won't be getting those anymore. Magic is getting more expensive across the board, and it seems like the trend won't be stopping anytime soon. Who wrote this article? Eli Weinberg. Eli, hats off to you. Well done. So, that being said, The Last Airbender, this is funny. $559. Yeah, bro. Look at this. Look at this. They think we're idiots. And who is buying these? Honestly, I think it's just wizards on some like stupid business account, like with like one of those like black credit cards, you know, where you can just, you have no limit and just buy up a bunch of shit. I mean, it's probably all the same person. No one's that stupid. I want to buy this for $900. No. I mean, especially after we just witnessed what happened with Spider-Man, which we'll get to in 1 second. Look at this plummet. It's just market correction. It's just stupid. Like, stop buying into the FOMO. Here's a collector booster display of yours truly. This is Double Masters 2022. Gone up. I remember cracking these not long ago at 230, between like 230 and 240. Right around here is where we cracked these and had some battles on the channel. They have gone up since, about 21%. Not too shabby. Wow. This is Lord of the Rings. In all due respect, I really, really must say, I enjoy the Risk version of Lord of the Rings. You ever play that game? You ever play Risk? Fun game. I've seen crazy shit happen, man. Tables flipped. Legit tables flipped. I've seen people get like, I wouldn't say beat up, but big fights and arguments over stuff. Just like chaos will ensue. Given the, wow, a year ago, $687, doubled in price, $1,200. Stop it, Rudy, you're buying up all the supply. Simple, yeah, and also, when you see like a box like this, dang, only $800, what a deal. Chinese, guys, Chinese. Moving along. This was kind of surprising. March of the Machine, the Aftermath. What is going on here? Again, someone is buying up all these collector boxes. Maybe it's probably not just someone, okay? It could just be players are like, hey, these collector boxes could be worth something. They were $80. I recall doing battles. Amazon fire sale. I think even $70 we paid for one. Look at the price, $163 now. Spider-Boy, where are you at? I think it's time to do a battle. I don't see this product dropping any further. Wow. 333. Wow. What's the lowest? $400. 9 sales, though. Nothing against you, Mythic Roar, but 9 sales doesn't strike my fancy. See, like if I were purchasing for like a patron battle or something, I would purchase from this guy right here. You know, someone a bit more reputable. 50,000 plus, you know, he's got 6 of them. Sounds like a sealed case to me. That's probably actually your best bet, sealed case. When you see 6, typically it's from a sealed case. Not always. Crimson Vow. How? Why? I don't know why this is going up. Anyone's guess. There's some D's cards in there, but not really. $190. That has gone up 28% in the past year. Foundations. I'm surprised this honestly isn't a little higher because they're not reprinting any more of the Foundations. Yes, you could have paid $240 a year ago. So sorry. Now, $550. Actually, that's kind of around where I thought it would be. I did make a video and I said these boxes are going to be like $500 in 1 year. It's already past that. I win. Universes Beyond Fallout. Wow. This. I just did a recent battle. I took a collector box of Fallout because I was bored, you know, and I got all this money to spend. And I'm like, I'm going to battle it, you know. against a Final Fantasy box and see who wins. I mean, clearly Final Fantasy devastated. Devastated Fallout. Speaking of Fallout, can you spot the Fallout game in the background? Probably not. Maybe if I do this. Whee! Now can you now? Can you now? Okay. We have fun hackers. $1,200 right now unopened. Again, Japanese, gotta be careful with these. Simplified Chinese, I don't know what that means. I guess that's a language they identify as simple Chinese. Enterprises, 63 sales, 100% positives, not too shabby. But of course, you always want to be safe. Trademark would be your best bang for your buck. There's Texas Dragon as well. No, I wasn't bored and had all this money, guys. I opened it for a local game store, and they got all the cards. It's that simple. Brothers War. I was a little surprised. Oh, no, Brothers War. No, Brothers War is not bad, but I was still a little surprised by the price hike. $220, $215. Whammy! Whammy! Wait, how's it go? Wham! I can't do it. Whammy. This one's doubled. 95% price increase. Unfrickin' believable. But again, all these price hikes happened right around that Final Fantasy release date. Have you noticed that? Here is Dominaria Remastered. I think one of the sets that I said was like undervalued for the longest time. I was saying it back when it was dirt cheap. And now it's gone up 63%. Every single collector box across the board has gone up in the past year, if not doubling. 51% for good old Neon Dynasty. Commander Led. I had a sealed case of these. And I think I paid like $130, $140. No, hold on. I paid about $950 for the sealed case. And then I sold them all to patrons for like $170, $180. Bozo! Wow. Wow. It's not true what they say, what goes up must come down. That does not apply here. That does not apply here. You will probably never see this dip below $300 again. And if it does, it'll be in a couple years, and you know, Wizards has done reprints to the Oblivion for cards in the set. That's usually when the price drops. Forgotten Realms, I was surprised to see this one too. But then again, you know, nothing surprises me anymore. $140, up 82%. Get yours now for $268. So yes, besides just the obvious, the retail price, good. Final Fantasy tried. This one's kind of funny. They tried here. You know, these FOMOs, these people that were trying to jump on the bandwagon, like, yeah, man, we're going to get Aether Drift boxes, we're going to make all this. They're like, oh, shit, never mind. Give her, this set's fucking trash. Aether Drift is complete and utter dumpster fire. But once Star Trek drops, Aether Drift's going to double in price. Bet you anything. So if you want to buy an Aether Drift box and sit on it for a year until Star Trek drops, thank me later. Moving forward, that's an easy, like 50 to 80% flip, dude. It's not a flip, Joey, because it didn't happen instantly. It's a nice flip. I'll call it a flip. March of the Machines, 410. Just, you know, 75%. Unbelievable. Commander Masters, Collector Booster, Commander Masters. Across the board. Ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing it. Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Fire sale. They were like $100. 180 right now. Again, you see this? The Final Fantasy FOMO shit. Or just, we all learned. Like, Final Fantasy was a big turning point in the collectible Magic the Gathering world. It's 100% fact. It's the reality we live in. People that missed out, they're like, oh, shit. Man, I should have bought it at $600. Oh, I should have bought it at $700. Oh, I should have bought it at $800. I'm not paying $1,200. They all started buying up these other boxes. That's what happened. Interestingly enough, there has been a slight market correction here. As you can see. Slight. You go to this month. People stopped being stupid. And the price started dropping. And then people started picking them up. From my experience, opening a Final Fantasy Collector Booster box, I can't speak for like all the cases I opened and all the collector boxes I opened, but the last two that I priced, every card valued $1 and up, came to, one box was like $8.50, the other box was like $9.50. Total value inside. It's not too far off, but I think those were kind of outliers. We did get some really, really nice Surge foils inside. So, that all being said, this price should really be about $900. I wouldn't buy one unless it's $900. It's too late to invest. It's too late. No, I mean, just like Lord of the Rings, in a year or two, this will probably be minimum $2,000 because people are nuts. And that's the world we live in because the market's going to severely dry up by then. There you have it, my friends. That's the whole kit and caboodle. Say hello to My Little Ponies, the Galloping Ponies. These are actual cards. Yeah. My sister watched My Little Ponies. I remember that when I was like 4 years old. I was like, that's cool. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for tuning in. Kind of a longer video today, but I have a feeling you missed me. And I missed you too. And I just want to take this time right now to say thank you to everyone who tunes into my videos and watches them and enjoys them. You can expect an increase in videos coming very soon, within the next 3 months. $10 for shipping. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. But yeah, I just want to stop, say thank you. And if you enjoy what I do here, consider subscribing. If you made it this far, thank you. Watch time means a lot. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like, let me know. Did you hear my stomach? I don't know if it picked it up. And I guess that's the whole kit and caboodle, For some moments in life, there are no words. That was my stomach again. What is going on? Cranberry juice. I had a little sip of that earlier. Not too shabby. In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening,